Well, Australian of the Year Dylan Alcott is throwing his weight behind a new campaign to encourage all Aussies to get moving. It's aimed at anyone who doesn't feel confident enough to participate in exercise or sport.
That feeling, the struggle, sometimes even just to turn up, the whisper in your head that says, you're just not meant to be here. Just remember 3 simple words.
Not done yet.
Not done yet.
Not
Done yet.
I'm not done yet. Are you?
Well, Dylan's foundation is also awarding new grants to help young people with disabilities overcome barriers to sport. And he is right here to tell us all about it. Would you please welcome
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Great to have you. Dylan Alcott, always a pleasure to have you in our company. We're so glad that you're here. This campaign's amazing. It's about getting people moving. Timing-wise, you just recently retired from sport, so...
I'm officially washed up as. No, but you know what? Like, obviously, first and foremost, when I first started sport, I really struggled because, you know, my brother got a $100 pair of footy boots. I needed a $5,000 wheelchair just to even try to play tennis. And if you don't have that, then you can't do it, you know what I mean? And there was also a lot of barriers with stigma around being different, no matter disability or not, you know, your size, your gender, you know, it's always been hard, and we just want to eliminate some of those barriers. But also, I retired and I didn't move. And I actually found my mental health was struggling a little bit at the start of the year. I was pretty busy with the Australian of the Year commitments and that, and I've started moving again. I was getting a bit fat as well, so I can look after myself.
I've seen photos of you on Lake Como. How bad was your mental health when you were swimming in Lake Como? Because it looks, from the photos, pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? It was good, but I was swimming, so I was moving. So
do you get to choose the next Australian of the Year? Is that how it works?
I mean, I can. I was going to nominate Tommy, but then...
I don't want it. And I know the feeling is mutual. Me and Australia don't want me.
Hey, I got to say, like, the biggest difference of being Australian in my life is every single person that walks past the street says g'day and congrats, and just the progression in talking about disability is what I wanted, and there's just so much thirst for it, but words are just words, you know what I mean? And I really want to see some action, and even like Rexona getting on board this and supporting the foundation to actually not just talk about get people moving, because no amount of talk and inspiration will get you into a sporting club if it's not accessible. No amount of talk will get you a running leg if you can't afford it, you know what I mean? And actually people are really realising that, and to go all around Australia, corporately, government, everywhere, and you know, charities, everybody has this thirst, and I just want to look back in 5 years and go, can you believe we've been talking about that? You know, it's just normal, and it's not because of me, it's because of all the people with disability that came before me to get this up. I'm just the lucky one with the gravelly voice that gets to go around and talk about it. So,
I know you hate talking, Dylan.
This is not comfortable for me, actually.
When you think about what that change looks like for... I know you're passionate about all young people, but particularly people growing up with some form of disability. What does that change look like in the 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
Look, you know, so many things, like mainstream education. When I went to school, I did 0 minutes of disability education in 13 years. If we had just had one class for 1 hour telling my mates why it took me a bit longer in the bathroom or whatever, it changed my life. I wouldn't have got bullied. I would have felt normal. Employment, the participation rate of people with disability has not moved in 28 years. Yet haven't we got a skill shortage right now? Like, why can't people with disability get in those roles and have a crack and start working? Because people don't think we can do it. And I think we've got to lift our expectations, but also support, fund the NDIS, get people the care that they need. And I didn't need to be Australian of the Year to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it forever, because it's the reason I get out of bed, and look at me, like, I just love it. And there's so many other advocates out there that need their voice listened to. So it's not just, you know, a select few talking about it. And I think we're getting there. Look, I'm not complaining. I think it's getting better. It's got to get better quicker.
It's getting better because of you, Dylan.
No, it's not. It's all of us.
It
is.
absolutely
Even
is.
this, just like we're on national TV prime time talking about it. It didn't happen 5 years ago, you know? So.
But you always make it sound like a no-brainer, like anything is possible. So we love having you on the show for that reason alone. Great chatting with you, Dylan. Thank
you for having me. Appreciate it, everyone.